and welcome on into the show. This is Lowcountry Money Talk. I'm Jessa Jeremiah here with our expert at the desk for some questions. We have a lot to talk about. Phil Bloyd is joining us. He's with Revolutionary Financial Group. Nice to see you.
Good to be here. Thanks, Jessa.
Well, I'm glad you're here because I've been out in the community a little bit talking to folks that are a little bit nervous, to say the least, about all the things that are going on.
Sure.
We're going to spend today's episode really kind of walking you through some of the things you can do, what you should be taking a look at, but we can't help but kick it off with some current events, just kind of paint the picture of what's happening right now.
Right. And right now it's the same pretty much as last time. We still have a conflict in Russia, Ukraine, all that's going on. Oil prices came down a bit, but went right back up. I don't know if we noticed that at the pump at all. We still haven't got into driving season. The market's still volatile. We had a few good days this week, which gives us some opportunities to rearrange or take a look at some stuff. But basically, we're kind of in this same old circle.
Yes, we are. One of the things folks are talking about also is we are starting to see those record low interest rates start to creep up. So wondering what that's going to mean for the housing market this summer and folks who are looking to literally make a move.
So the Federal Reserve came out and they raised the interest rates 25 basis points. For us regular folks, that's 1/4%, right? And then we listened to Chairman Powell for a bit. You know, if you weren't confused enough, you would have been after you listened to that. So yeah, he's looking for a GDP of 2.8% by the end of the year. Last year we finished up over 5%, so that's a big drop off.
Absolutely.
I think the first quarter we're right around, I don't know, 0.5% or so, so that's not looking too good. The estimates for last year were 7, but we ended at 5, so I don't know about that 2.8, because as the energy prices spike, typically it slows down the economy.
Right.
Not like we're going at warp speed now.
We're not, and are we looking at a potential recession? You know, there's a lot to really consider.
Sure.
Especially if you are retired or, you know, getting close to that retirement age. Then we start looking at, you know, what's happening with the stock market volatility and looking back at the last couple of days where we do actually see some positive movement.
Right.
Is it time to do something about that?
Well, you know, if it's been hurting you a little bit internally to see the volatility, you know, I did write some numbers down. So we can take a look at the Dow Industrial Index, 30 companies. It's down through today about 5%. The S&P's down about 7.5%, and the NASDAQ's down almost 13%. And that's with a couple of really big upticks.
Right.
So, you know, if you apply that to your portfolio and you're down more than that, then maybe there's an issue there. And a lot of times, I think, Jessa, this is the biggest problem we might have. As people, we become complacent. We like to hear optimism, you know, we want good news. So we have a couple of really good days in the market, and then we're like, oh, it's okay, and I'll go back and take my nap.
Right. Is it time to take a nap, or is it time to maybe reassess?
I think we should reassess because, you know, we always talk about dollar cost averaging in the market, but we don't talk about dollar cost averaging out of the market. So if I'm overly invest or overly aggressive at my age, you know, I'm retired, I'm not saving any more money, it's got to last me, I may want to start on these big upticks, you know, maybe pulling back a little bit. So it's a great time to review your holdings and see if maybe you're a little too aggressive.
Yeah, and that really is a big question for folks right now who are in retirement. In fact, when we're out in the parking lot, I was just on the phone with somebody asking me that exact question. And I said, well, let me get the answer from Phil. I'm about to talk to him on the show. So there are a lot of questions being asked, and folks who are retired have a lot of stress right now. So the good news is we're going to walk you through a little bit about what the process might look like. Phil, obviously, and his team are experts at handling all kinds of issues, especially with what's going on right now. So people want to know what that looks like. We're going to do that after the break, if that's okay with you.
Sounds great.
All right, we'll be back with more Lowcountry Money Talk. Stick with us.
All right.